Welcome back to the MMA Scene. Today's video presents...
I think I definitely exceeded my expectations. I always believed I could be a champion. You know, I came up short in the wrestling world twice. And fortunately for me, this was a different outlet for me to, in my eyes, feeling like a loser, even though I wasn't really a loser. I was a two-time All-American, but I felt like there was just more a hunger for a burning desire to do something else. And it was to try out for the Olympics. But I just didn't know if that was going to pay the bills. I knew there was a very competitive ladder, especially with the D1 guys. It would have been I would have had a high hill to climb. MMA was still young at the time. I knew I could get ahead with my wrestling and my creativity. Unfortunately for me, it just worked out this way. So I had a good mentor in Jon Jones at the time. Even though him and I weren't like super close, you know, if I ever reached out, it might take him a while, but he would eventually get back and give me some like feedback if I ever saw him or things like that and kind of thing. So it still counts to some degree, but I had role models to kind of look at, to aspire to be like, or people that were from around where I was from, and like Ally Quinta, Chris Weidman, and things like that. Like that helped kind of groom me to where I am today.
Yeah, what a run, man. And it continues. Congratulations. Very happy for you. One of these days, you got to come back in studio, my man. I mean, we were talking before, but it would be nice. If you're ever in the city, let us know, all right? We're not that far away.
No, I'd be down. Maybe even next week. We'll see. Okay. And I was gonna say, I just want to give my respects to Henry Cejudo for being a great competitor as well. For him and his team, like the whole thing with the antics. You know, at the end of the day, like it's one thing if the fighters are talking shit to each other because we're gonna actually fight, but when the teammates are like mean mugging and doing stuff and acting as if they're going to attack somebody in the team or even myself, you know, I get a little bit more defensive and on the edge because now I do, with that New York vibe, feel just where I come from. Like when people do stuff like that, you call them out on it, you check them, and it's like, yo, what are you trying to do? You know, so it wasn't more so about them getting in my head. It's more about be respectful, man. Like there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. If the guy wants to be a clown and be the cringe and be whatever and be the heel, let him do that. But we're not going to actually fight. Eric Alberson, we're not going to freaking fight. For you to be saying shit like make him piss blood, I'm like, how about I make you piss blood? You know what I'm saying? How about my coaches make you piss blood? We don't act like asshats and clowns. Have some damn respect for yourselves and your team and carry yourselves like that. You could be winners and still do your shit and not have to be complete dickheads, you know? So that was my whole thing with that. And thankfully I got a good response in that. It's like the people who always cry wolf, as soon as you actually retaliate and smack them in the face for saying something smart, when they're not the ones that are getting in there with you, you know? They want to now press charges and things like that. So I had to make sure that was known and stick up for all the people that those guys do all that shit to, because it's fucking annoying. It's like it's one thing that if we're gonna fight, okay, cool, but we're not gonna fight. You're not gonna fight my teammates, but you're sitting there heckling them as if they won't smack you. You know what I mean? And if they do smack you, now what we're gonna do? We're gonna end up in a brawl, and that's what's gonna happen. So now you're gonna scrap the whole fight because your teammates are being complete douchebags. Like there's a place and time for everything. Other than that, I think I did the universe a favor and finally shutting up Henry Cejudo. You guys can thank me later by going to my Venmo and donating to Aljamain Sterling.
Wow, that is incredible. But and it was nice though to see you guys afterwards. By the way, it seemed like you were cool. I mean, despite that last statement there, right? It seemed like there was love between you guys afterwards. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a competitor. At the end of the day, like I said, I meant it. At the end of the day, I have to crush another man's dreams to achieve my own, and that's what this sport's about. You know, so it could be a very violent and dark place for a few minutes, but after that, and it's all said and done, we could go our separate ways. And I don't have an issue with the guy, like personally.
Right.
I think he's a little odd. I do find him funny, Henry. I do find him funny because some of the stuff he does is like quirky and weird, but it's kind of funny. I guess that's what cringy means. Is like fake funny, but I don't know. People have a definition for cringe, whatever. But yeah, he doesn't bother me outside of that. It's just he signed the dotted line. That was the guy I'm supposed to fight, and when you sign that, it's like it's you or me, man. That's the mentality.
Thanks for watching us. If you like, please don't forget to like and subscribe.